Good morning. This is Nick Stern with Robert L. Stern Financial Services. Hope you're all doing well. I'm a certified financial planner here in South Amherst in Massachusetts. So finally we have the fall here. Golf season's over. Hopefully the winter won't be too bad, but good luck to everybody on the eastern and northeastern parts of the country because it appears that we're going to be in for a long one. Anyway, for October's topic discussion, I just wanted to briefly go over some tips about keeping your financial house organized and some of the important reasons why you would want to do so. One of which is you know where everything is and you have a clear understanding of what your financial picture looks like. Whether or not that's your banking, whether or not that's your credit, whether or not that's your debit, loans, etc. It's really important that you have a handle and you understand and you know clearly what exactly is going on within your own personal and financial picture. It also helps for when you file taxes. It'll save you a lot of time and frustration trying to go through receipts, trying to look at various expenses that you had. If you're, for example, a self-employed individual and you do a really good job keeping track of all your receipts, you have a designated either credit card or bank account that is solely for business expenses. It's really going to help you at the end of the year when you're filing your taxes, you're going to your accountant to have everything orderly and organized so that you can present it and again save yourself a lot of time and frustration. Having your overall financial picture well in hand and having a really good understanding of it can also help you get to your goals because you're going to know what you can spend and know what you can't. You're also going to have an understanding of where you are from a debt standpoint, where you are from an income standpoint, and more or less really what everything looks like. Basically, if you want to purchase or make a large purchase, i.e. a car, a house, you're going to have a rough or a more specific understanding of what you can afford and what you can spend. Also, when you're getting together all the necessary documents to complete something like that, it's going to be a huge benefit and a huge help to you when you have everything organized. So, for example, if you want to buy a house, the procedure and all the steps that you need to go through, anywhere from looking at a house to getting the house inspected to finding out a mortgage company to going through the mortgage process to getting approved, it's extremely long, and it is not necessarily difficult, but it's just there's a lot of little nuances that you have to go through, and it's really important that you have your financial house organized. So a couple tips, I would say mark down folders. So for example, if you don't have an accountant and you do your own taxes, mark down folders that have all your 2013, 2014, 2015, etc. items in there so that if you ever need to go back and take a look at those, you can and you know exactly where they are. If you don't have a desk or something at your personal residence, you probably don't want to keep it at your work unless it's your own business or in your own personal office and no one else has access to it. Just find a place somewhere that's safe, whether or not it's in a closet, under the bed, in a bookcase somewhere that you know exactly where everything is going to be so that, again, you can have instant access to it, and it's really going to make things a lot more convenient. Other tips, keeping a regular eye on your banking information, your credit card information. I would also suggest having notifications being sent to your mobile device or mobile phone, having emails sent to you. I've always found that instead of getting paper documents, I get e-documents, A, because I want to be green and try to save paper, but B, it's a lot easier for me to access an email or look at something like that rather than it is to shuffle through paper, because I basically do everything online. I pay bills online, I seldomly write checks, etc. So having a really good order of that makes a lot of sense, at least for me. Personally, as far as an overall organizational standpoint, so that I know when to pay bills, I know what's going on, I know what I owe, I know what I'm making. I've actually created a spreadsheet. I guess you could call that a budget, but it's not only for budget purposes, it's also so that I can look at it weekly or monthly or daily sometimes, where I know what bills I've paid, what I'm going to owe, and that helps me plan for it down the road. So overall, those are just a couple tips, tricks, reasons why you would want to keep your financial house in good order and just have a clear understanding of what's going on. If you have any questions or need help or would like to discuss it further, number, email, website, it's all at the bottom of the screen. Please feel free to reach out at any time. There's no obligation. We're just here and always here to help. With that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great rest of October. Take care.